Yes, so today we are going to discuss relative density and its measurement by Archimedes principle. So if following are at same volume, iron, wood, water and glycerin, just tell me who would be heavier. Yes, all of you are correct. Iron would be heavier. So anybody wants to tell me why iron is heavier? Why iron is heavier than other substances which are at same volume like iron? Can anybody tell me the reason? Very good, Vansh, because it has more density, or we can say because iron molecules are very compactly arranged, so in the same volume much higher number of molecules accommodate in comparison to wood, water and glycerin. So yes, you all are right. Anurag is right. Dhruv is also right. Dipanshu, very good. Now you tell me if following are at same mass. 1 kilogram cotton and 1 kilogram lead. Both are at same mass. 1 kilogram of both cotton and lead. Then whose volume will be more? Yes, all of you are right. Cotton's volume will be more. So this is because molecule of iron and in this case lead are closely packed, while the molecules of cotton and other substances in the previous slides, they are loosely arranged. So that's why lead and iron are denser in compared to the other substances, right? So with this explanation, I can say that the what is density. So here in this case, cotton has more volume but less density. Lead has less volume but more density. So we can say that density is inversely proportional to volume. More will be the volume, less will be the density. And in this previous example, mass is directly proportional to the density. Iron, if all of them are at same volume, then we have already discussed that iron's mass will be more than other substances because iron density is more than other substances. So clearly, density is directly proportional to mass and indirectly proportional to volume. So we can say that density of a substance is its mass per unit volume. That is, density equals to mass of the substance divided by the volume of the substance. Density is denoted by D or a symbol rho. This is a Greek letter rho. So it is a scalar quantity. It doesn't depend on the direction, and its unit is kilogram per meter cube. Okay. So how do we derive the unit of density? We take the density of mass, then we take the unit of mass, then we take the unit of volume, and according to the formula we put the units, and we that's how we derive the unit of density. So the unit of mass is kilogram, and the unit of volume is meter cube, cubic meter. So that's why the unit of density will be kilogram per meter cube. Clear, everyone? Now, what are the effects of temperature on a density? So suppose this is a box made up of some kind of metal, maybe iron or maybe some other metal. And if this box is being heated, so we know that things expands on heating, and we know that solid shows linear expansion, superficial expansion, and volume expansion. Okay, so things whether it is a solid, gas or liquid, all the things shows the expansion in the volume on heating. So obviously this cube also will show the expansion. So little a bit it will expand. So obviously if it is expand, its volume will also increase. So we know that the formula of density is mass of the substance upon volume of the substance. And we are not changing the mass of the substance because heating doesn't affect the mass. On heating, only the volume is getting changed. Mass remains same. So if mass is constant and volume is increasing, so obviously we know that density is inversely proportional to volume. According to the formula, we can see that then more will be the volume, less will be the density. So as and when we will heat the substance, its volume will increase, and due to it increment in the volume, the density will decrease. So what will be the effect of temperature on density? So if we keep the mass constant, density is inversely proportional to the volume. So increase in the volume cause decrease in the density. So there are some exceptions. Or in all those exceptions, one is water. So density of water is highest at 4 degrees Celsius. Below it, it start decreasing. So if we decrease the temperature, the density should increase. But in the case of water, below 4 degrees Celsius up to 0 degrees Celsius, its density decreases. Okay, so it is because of the hydrogen bonding and all, which you will understand in the chemistry class. So what is hydrogen bonding and why the density of water decreases below 4 degrees Celsius. So if I get time, I will make a video on this topic. But for now, you understand this thing that density of water is highest at 4 degrees Celsius, and it is an exception of the thermal effect of on density. Clear this slide. So next topic is relative density. What is relative density? So the term relative itself says it all. So when we compare the density with some benchmark, with some standard unit, then that is known as relative density. So what is relative density? Relative density is the ratio of density of a substance to the density of a standard substance. Usually water at 4 degrees Celsius. So why we have taken water at 4 degrees Celsius? Because water's density is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. Above it also and below it also it is less than that density. So we take the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius. So we generally take the standard of water for a liquid or solid, and if we want to find the relative density of a gas, then we will take air as the standard quantity. Okay, so then that time we will take the density of air as the standard quantity. So what would be the formula of relative density? The relative density equals to the density of substance, that is raw S, divided by density of water at 4 degrees Celsius, that is raw W. So or we can say that if the volume is taken same for both water and the substance, so suppose both the things have same volume, 1 cubic meter of substance and 1 cubic meter of water or any other volume, but both the same, both at same volume. Then if the volume is constant, then we put the formula of density here, mass upon volume. And if volume is same for both substance and water, the volume will be cut. So what will left? Mass. So we can say that if the volume is taken same for both water and substance, then the mass of a certain volume of the substance divided by the mass of same volume of the water at 4 degrees Celsius. So do you understand, or I have to elaborate this thing how this second formula comes? Have you understood this thing? Okay, very well. So relative density of substance can also be defined as the ratio of mass of a certain volume of a substance to the mass of an equal volume of the water at 4 degrees Celsius. Then relative density is a pure ratio, क्योंकि density of substance की जो unit होगी the same unit will be there for the density of water. तो unit से unit cancel हो जाएगी and that's why the relative density has no unit. It is a pure ratio and it has no unit. Clear this thing, everyone? Why relative density doesn't have a unit? Is it clear to you people? Okay. The relationship between density and relative density. So if you want to calculate the relationship between density and relative density, we know the formula of relative density is the density of substance divided by density of water at 4 degrees Celsius, that is rho S divided by rho W. So in CGS system, we know the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius is equals to 1 gram per cubic centimeter. So the relative density will be equals to the density of substance divided by 1 gram per cubic centimeter. तो ग्राम क्यूबिक सेंटीमीटर से ग्राम क्यूबिक सेंटीमीटर कैंसिल हो जाएगा बिकॉज ऊपर वाला जो सब्सटेंस है उसकी डेंसिटी भी हम ग्राम क्यूबिक सेंटीमीटर में ही लेंगे. So we can say that relative density will be equals to the numerical value of the density. For example, copper की जो density होती है वो होती है 8.9 gram per cubic centimeter. When it will be divided by 1 gram per cubic centimeter, तो gram cubic centimeter से gram cubic centimeter cancel हो गया. And the relative density of copper will be 8.9. So we can say that the relative density is equals to the numeric value of density. तो ये 8.9 ग्राम पर क्यूबिक सेंटीमीटर से अगर यूनिट हटा दिया तो सीजीएस सिस्टम में जो कॉपर की रिलेटिव डेंसिटी आएगी दैट विल बी 8.9 only. Is it clear, everyone? Fine. In SI system, if we want to calculate, then we know that in SI system, density of water at 4 degrees Celsius is 1000 kilogram per cubic meter. So again, we will put the formula, then we can say that the relative density of that particular substance will be equals to the numeric value of density into 10 raised to power minus 3. For example, relative density of mercury, if we want to calculate, so we know the relative density of mercury is 13.6 into 10 raised to power 3. Just a minute. Yes, I was saying that the relative density of uh, the density of mercury is 13.6 into 10 raised to power 3 kilogram per cubic meter. So when it divides by the density of water, that is 1000 kilogram per cubic meter, so 1000 say 1000 is 10 raised to power 3 only. So from this 1000, this 10 raised to power 3 will cancel, this kilogram per cubic meter will cancel out this 3 kilogram per cubic meter. So the relative density of mercury will come as 13.6. So in SI system, we can say that the relative density of a particular substance is equals to the numeric value of the density multiplied by 10 raised to power minus 3. Is it clear? Right. Next is what are the differences between density and relative density? So we know the definition of density. Density of a substance is mass per unit volume of that substance. And what is the definition of relative density? It is the ratio of the density of a substance to the density of a standard substance, usually water at 4 degrees Celsius. Then unit of density is kilogram per cubic meter or gram per cubic centimeter, depending upon the system of unit you are choosing. But in the case of relative density, it has no unit since it is a pure ratio. So the differences are clear, everyone? Fine. So the next topic is determination of relative density of a solid substance by using Archimedes principle. So what is Archimedes principle? Archimedes principle states that when a body partially or fully immersed in a liquid, then it experienced an upthrust which is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by it. So we already have read about Archimedes principle very clearly in the previous part of this chapter. Okay. So by using Archimedes principle, we can calculate the relative density of a substance. So we know the formula of relative density of substance is equals to the mass of a certain volume of substance divided by the mass of the same volume of water at 4 degrees Celsius. Now using Archimedes law, we already know that the volume of a body is equals to the volume of water displaced. And we So we can write here that relative density is equals to the mass of the substance divided by mass of water displaced at 4 degrees Celsius, since both have same volume. And here in Archimedes law also we says the same thing, that volume of the body immersed is equals to the volume of the water displaced. So we can say that mass of the substance divided by mass of the water displaced at 4 degrees Celsius. Now if we multiply this equation with G on both the sides, so mass into G is equals to weight. So it will become weight of that substance, and divided by water into G, it will become weight of the water displaced. Okay. So we can say that relative density is equals to the weight of the substance, that is Ws, divided by the weight of water displaced at 4 degrees Celsius, that is weight of water. And with by using Archimedes law, we can say that the weight of water displaced is equals to upthrust. Here in this line, it is clearly written that upthrust is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by it. So weight of water displaced, we can replace it with upthrust. And we know that upthrust is equals to loss in weight. So when a body is immersed in water, so it experiences certain loss in weight. So that loss in weight is equals to upthrust. So in the formula of relative density, we can replace this weight of water displaced by upthrust or loss in weight. So this formula will become weight of the substance divided by upthrust or loss in weight. Is it clear up to here? Very well. Then if weight in air, uh, loss in weight, what is loss in weight? Loss in weight is equals to weight in air minus weight in water, that is apparent weight. And if weight in air is W1 and weight in water is W2, so we can put all these value in this formula. The weight of the substance in air could be replaced by W1, and loss in weight could be replaced by W1 minus W2. So the formula of relative density will become relative density is equals to W1, that is weight of that substance in the air, divided by W1 minus W2, that is apparent weight or loss in that is the upthrust or loss in weight, that is weight in air minus weight in water or apparent weight. So this formula is clear, everyone. So that's it for today. In the next class, we will discuss about uh, the next topic. Okay. Thank you and have a nice day.